Various reports are stating that Tottenham Hotspur will submit a £60 million bid for Everton star Anthony Gordon in the January transfer window, and Spurs could go back to Juventus to sign another midfielder. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well. This is another edition of Tottenham News, where I'll be going through all of the latest Spurs news, rumours and reports. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like and share. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. 5 games will take place in the Premier League today. Chelsea will take on Arsenal in the early kickoff, and then Aston Villa against Manchester United. Southampton will play Newcastle. West Ham United will play Crystal Palace. And then, of course, it is our game, the late kickoff, Tottenham Hotspur against Liverpool, 4:30 p.m. Now, a report has just been published by the Sun newspaper, and they are stating that Tottenham Hotspur are weighing up a January move for Everton winger Anthony Gordon. Spurs were keen in the summer, but the Toffees brushed away their interest, as well as a £40 million bid from Chelsea. It states that Everton boss Frank Lampard is a huge fan of Anthony Gordon, 21, who has 3 goals this season, and Lampard remains desperate to keep the England under-21 international at Goodison Park long term. Yet there are some concerns at the club that the summer interest may have proved a distraction for the player. Spurs boss Antonio Conte is considering testing Everton's resolve in January, and early inquiries have already been made over a move. Antonio Conte was keen to add another creative player in the summer, and Spurs struggled following Dejan Kulusevski's injury. Frank Lampard's affection for Gordon, a homegrown talent, means there will be a huge price tag if they are to allow a deal. Tottenham paid Everton £60 million for Richarlison, and Goodison Chiefs will want a similar fee again. Everton opened contract talks with Gordon in an attempt to secure his future, though no deal has been struck as yet. It then states that Chelsea under new boss Graham Potter are not thought to be keen to revive their interest in the January transfer window. That could leave Spurs with a free run at him. Despite concerns about his focus, Anthony Gordon has always insisted that he is in no rush to leave. Speaking in September, he said of Chelsea's interest, "I wasn't too focused on that, as I can only control what I can control, but I was never desperate to leave Everton." A very similar report has just been published by the Daily Mail, and they are stating that Spurs are considering £60 million move for Anthony Gordon in January, with Chelsea dropping out of the race to sign the 21-year-old after being rebuffed by the Merseyside club in the summer window. They also state that Tottenham are ready to use Chelsea's failure in the summer as an opportunity to pounce, with the Blues reportedly no longer interested in the player. The 21-year-old has been a bright spark for Everton so far this season, scoring 3 of the Toffees' 11 goals this campaign. Another transfer rumour published today, this one from the Daily Express, and they are stating that Tottenham could raid Juventus as Fabio Parati's love for 21-year-old comes to light. Tottenham are widely expected to dip into the January transfer market in order to improve their squad ahead of the Premier League run-in. It states that Tottenham may be inclined to raid Juventus for one of the most promising young stars in the upcoming transfer window if Fabio Parati decides to return to the Italian market for a player he knows well. The North Londoners led a busy recruitment drive over the summer and have been tipped to add some extra quality to their ranks in January as Antonio Conte looks to prepare his squad for the Premier League run-in. Tottenham's plan of action for the mid-season market will be executed by Fabio Parati, who worked as Juventus chief football officer for over a decade before joining Spurs in May of last year. He was responsible for bringing in a number of hugely talented players to the Allianz Stadium during his time in Italy, and was a particularly keen admirer of Nicolò Fagioli, who joined the academy setup at Juventus back in 2015. The 21-year-old turned plenty of heads at youth level for Juventus and finally managed to break into their first team setup under Allegri earlier this year. Italian football agent Mo Robito has revealed that Fabio Parati was backing Fagioli to achieve great things from a very early start, telling the Italian press the following: "Fabio Parati discovered him and told me that he would have gone far." Tottenham's not been credited with a interest in Fagioli ahead of the January transfer window, although the idea of a move could pop up in Fabio Paratigi's head if the Juventus man continues to impress over the next few weeks. It was held by Allegri after scoring the winner in a narrow victory at the end of last month, though the 55-year-old was quick to insist that he remains some way off his full potential as things stand. Talking about Fagioli, Allegri said he has great quality. His natural role is to play in front of the defence, but he has never really played there, so he needs to learn the movements. The Tottenham Hotspur women will be in action later on today, 2 p.m. kickoff at Brisbane Road, as the Spurs women will take on Everton in the Women's Super League. The Tottenham Hotspur under-21s will be in action on Monday evening, tomorrow, as we'll be travelling away at Chelsea at Kingsmeadow Stadium in Premier League 2, 7 p.m. kickoff. Now, my thoughts on these stories in this episode. Well, of course, in the last 24 hours, we have learnt that Tottenham Hotspur are still interested in Ruslan Malinovsky. Now we're interested in Anthony Gordon yet again. These are two players that we were interested in the last window, Malinovsky and Anthony Gordon. If Tottenham Hotspur can get one or two of those deals done in January, I think I'd be a very, very happy Tottenham Hotspur fan, because they both have real quality and they are both playmakers. They can both play in a number of different positions, very versatile, exactly what Fabio Paratici and Antonio Conte want to bring into the club. But I've said on various occasions on this channel, back Antonio Conte and we will be successful. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like and share, and let me know your comments below. And if you are listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and come on you Spurs.